What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 11, Episode 8 review. All right, so on last night's episode, Scrappy says that there was never any real love between him and the BAM. And he says this to his counselor, his lawyer, while he's preparing to wrap up the last of the divorce proceedings. And when he said that there was never any real love there in his relationship, he's referring to Bambi not really having any real love for him because she was always combative and always blaming him for everything and making him the fault guy and her being the victim. Do I think that she loved him? I think that she loved him. I do. I just think that they were incompatible, and I think that their relationship went way past the expiration date. They should have never gotten married. They should have never procreated together, but it is what it is. It's already done now, so there's nothing really else that can be done about the situation, but hopefully they can get to the point that they can co-parent with one another, because that's the goal, because they have small children involved, and y'all got I don't know how many more years of having to be in each other's lives. So we find out that he took somebody with him to see his lawyer, and it's none other than Erica, his first baby mama and ex-fiance. And he says that him and Erica's relationship is way better than what it was, especially now that he's not with the BAM. And I was surprised that she even went. If I was her, I wouldn't have went, because it just comes across messy and like you trying to get back at BAM and be petty and be ignorant, like, y'all ain't together no more. Look who he ran back to, whether it's on a friendship level or not. It just comes across childish and petty because y'all wasn't doing nothing like this beforehand, so why are you doing it now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great that y'all are being able to be around each other and co-parent better for Imani, but going to his lawyer with him for his divorce proceedings, that's just too much. It's just way too much, and it just makes the whole situation way more messier, way more things to be mad about, and I just feel like it wasn't cool. I would have stayed out of that. I really honestly would have. So the lawyer asks Bambi how she feels about, Erica, how she feels about Bambi. She said that she was like, she never really liked her. Never, ever did. And she also says in her confessional that last season, back in 2021, when they filmed Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion and her and the BAM had that truce with one another, that it only lasted a week because Bambi told Scrappy that she didn't want him to be around Erica and she didn't want to be around Erica. So everything went back to ish after that. That's unfortunate if that really did happen like that, because it makes it seem like she was only doing it for the cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the point? Keep that same energy. If you ain't want to fool with me, we ain't got to fool with each other. So that's very unfortunate. So Kirk is mad at Rasheeda because she didn't file their permits on time for their restaurant to be reopened. So now they had to push their restaurant opening back. And he's really mad about that because the more days that you stay closed, the more you're just bleeding out money for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So he was really mad, had an attitude, and Rasheeda was like, people mess up. Like, you need to, lighten up on me, and all this type of stuff. So then we see Rasheeda meet up with Yandy and tells her about what happened between her and Kirk. And she admits that she was wrong. And it's so funny because if you knew you was wrong, then what was you arguing for? Why you just couldn't say, you know what, I dropped the ball. I was 100% wrong. I'm going to take the L on this, but I'm going to make sure it's right. Why do people have to argue when they know they wrong? Just say you wrong and be done with it. Be done. So Yandy suggests that she used Carter, her and Kirk's son, as a way to bridge the gap between them and what's been going on with them. And so she was like, you know what? That's a great idea. Then Yandy tells her about a women's empowerment panel that she's going to be on and how she's invited Erica Banks and Amy to the event, but how they got some little issues going on between them that she hopes can be squashed. Then we go to Scrappy, Erica, and Imani. They get together for Imani's 18th birthday, and they like go to a little virtual room little thing. They look like they had an extremely fun time with each other. It was actually really nice and refreshing to see them together again as a family. Imani is stunningly gorgeous. She has her daddy and her mama's features, and they came together so beautifully. She is so gorgeous, really cute, very articulate young lady. And Imani say she happy that she ain't got to be around Miss Debbie Downer anymore talking about the BAM. And I was like, oh, okay. So she didn't really like the BAM neither. And Scrappy tells them both that he just wants to be a good co-parent with her at this point. He just wants it to be over so they can go each other's separate ways and just raise their kids. And I honestly believe that that's really what he wants, just for it to be done and over, to have a relationship with his kids, and for whatever happened between them just to be done and over with, tied in a bow and wrapped up. I honestly feel like, and this is just my opinion from what we have seen in social media and on this show, that Bambi is the one dragging it. I really honestly do, because I think that she's in the mind frame of just not understanding why he decided to end the marriage, why he didn't want to be with her anymore. And it's like somebody had to pull the trigger, because y'all are incompatible. Y'all are toxic with one another. It just did not work between y'all. And I think that she's still in that headspace of like, what the F just happened, and she wants him to hurt like she's hurting. But I think that she needs to take her friends out of it 100%, because he ain't got none of his friends going up to her, harassing her and doing this, that, and the third. So Kirk comes home with a sour attitude once again, child. And Carter ends up reading him this essay about him being a great father and how he's so appreciated. And it seems like Rasheeda took Yandy's advice and had him write that for his father, which was really cute and sweet, because Kirk just started cheesing. I mean, cheesing. He loved every bit of it. And he said that, this is all he wanted, was to feel appreciated, to be seen, to feel valued and all of those things. And so Rasheeda lets him know that she has gotten the permit and everything is a go at this point. So it seems like they're back on track with their marriage. Amy and Khaotic are in the park with each other, child, and she confronted him about whatever's going on between him and Erica Banks, and how he was holding her and, grabbing on her and all of this stuff in front of Amy. And Amy admits that she didn't like it. She does not like it. She does not like whatever's going on between him and Erica, because, she and him are supposed to have their own little thing going on, and no, they're not in a couple, but she don't want him talking, to Erica, and I guess no other woman, child. So she says to him that she wants to be his one and only, honey, and she's not going to smash him until he steps up to the plate. Now, I can appreciate that 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be giving you my goodies and you only doing the bare minimum, and you giving a lot of your time and attention to another woman as well. No, that's not gonna work. Absolutely. But I wouldn't be in her position no way, because I'm not going to be fighting for the love of no man. Like, this ain't for the love of Ray J. Like, what? Like, and especially Khaotic once again. This is what I just do not understand. So it's the day of the women's empowerment event, and Erica Banks is there, and she tells Amy that when Amy came into the video shoot that she was being real aggressive. And Amy was like, was I? And she was like, yeah, girl, you was. So Erica in her confessional says, if I were her, I would be worried about me too. He's been taking me out, and I told him that when he's off the market, he's off the MF market. He makes it obvious when he comes around who he wants to be with. So I think she just needs to let it go. And I was like, well, no lie was spoken, because honestly, truly, that is how it's coming across. Like, he vibing with Erica more. So as a woman and just having dignity and self-worth about yourself, let them go ahead and have that. Because once again, this is chaotic. Like, I'm just not understanding. Like, I don't know if it's a thing for Amy where she feel like she look better, she is better than Erica or whatever, which that very well could be true, but it's chaotic. I'm just gonna continue to say that because I'm just not understanding what's happening. So Amy says in her confessional that now it's a competition between her and Erica, and she not gonna lose to another woman. And this is where you lost me. This is you already lost me, but this is where I truly went down I-95, child, because I have been a huge fan of Amy's for the last few years. When she was with her ex-fiance Mozzie and they had their YouTube channel, and this is how you act? Really, Amy? It's a competition now and you not gonna lose to another If you was gonna have this stupid mentality, you might as well stay with Mozzie. Make it make sense, love, because this ain't making sense to me. And you on here looking like a goddamn on buffoon, like a real buffoon, and behind Khaotic of all people. Like, I'm so disappointed. You ought to be shamed when you watch this. Like, were you drugged? I'm starting to feel like, is this a storyline? Like, between the three of y'all? Like, I'm praying that's what it is, because I would rather for it to be a storyline than for this to be real, because that makes it worse. So Amy breaks down to Yandy what happened between her and Renni Rucci and about how Renni, stole her song. So Yandy suggested they talk. Renni ended up arriving to the event late. She actually doesn't arrive until it's over. And so Yandy suggests that she and Amy talk. And Renni face like, I ain't trying to talk to this girl, but okay, whatever. You could tell she came dressed for the scene though, because she wore sneakers. So she's upset that Amy talked about her to the blogs. And Amy comes over and they begin to talk. And Amy says that it was her blocking her that really upset her, because she was trying to come to her and talk to her like a woman. And Renni says she didn't block her until she saw that she was talking to the blogs. So somewhere in there, a miscommunication or whatever happened, they get to arguing back and forth. And Renni was like, aren't you a comedian? And Amy was like, no. Aren't you a slide who doesn't write? And I was like, ooh, them fighting words. So then Renni was like, see, this B gonna sit in my face and call me no slide and all that extra ish. And Amy was like, this B said it. And I was like, ooh. Amy wanted all the smoke. And I was like, Amy, we too old for this, grown for this. Like, absolutely not. What? So Renni was like, you're pressed. And Amy says, you don't fight. You don't write. Pick a pen up, ho. And I was like, oh, Lord. Amy is really aggressive. She is really angry. So Yandy is just disgusted by the both of them and is very disappointed and tells Amy that she's disappointed in her behavior because she literally had just got on stage telling these women that rap beefs are stupid. This is Amy that got up and said rap beefs are stupid, and you're literally in a rap beef over something that's so stupid. Even though it was your song or whatever. But once again, if she would have stopped and tried to listen to Renni was explaining to her that she had nothing to do with this. She confronted the person that gave her the song or whatever. It wasn't done intentionally on her end. She had no idea, this, that, and the third. So Yandy and Deb tell Amy that no one could control her but her. And Yandy begs the question, you can either walk out that door and leave or go back over there and fix this and actually talk like two adult women, because you have to write your own legacy. And do you want this to be a part of your legacy? And it seemed like it really sank into Amy's head, like, What am I doing? Like, seriously. So Amy goes back over to Renni, who's still kind of hype or whatever. She's shaking her leg. And Amy apologizes for coming at her wrong. And Renni says that she was mad at her for something she didn't do. And that she could have, on her end, reached out to Amy to squash this way sooner. And I was happy myself that they both sat down and actually talked it out as grown women instead of all the insults and all of that stuff. And because that's just silly. Because in the end of the day, y'all fighting over something that some man did. Some man put y'all both in this position, but y'all arguing with each other instead of arguing with him. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Overall, I'm going to give this week's episode a C+. A C+. It was cute for what it was. I'm actually looking forward to Love and Hip Hop Miami, which will be returning week after next, I believe. So I'm excited about that. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.